Have you ever been told that you're ugly or unattractive or things that basically judge you by the how you look? Well, you probably have. And for those that don't have, well, that's cool. But how did you feel when whoever said that to you? Well, probably you were sad or angry or didn't care. But that depends really on who told you that, right? Because if someone that you liked told you that, then you probably will have been like, damn, he doesn't like me, even though I find him attractive. And if someone that you found unattractive told you that, you probably wouldn't really care as much because you don't have any reason to go with that person, and you don't see yourself going with that person. So yeah. Now, an example of this is when I was in middle school and still am. I haven't had a friend, or I still have, but at that time I had this certain friend that was a little fat. Not, I'm not saying it to be cruel or anything, but he was a little fat. The thing is, a lot of girls or even boys found him unattractive and all that. But there were some girls that found him cute, which, well, meant they didn't find him ugly or unattractive. They found him attractive and cute. And what I'm trying to say is, everyone has standards, whichever they are, everyone has them. And you can like skinny girls, you can like fat girls, normal girls, big noses, small noses. The thing is, whoever finds you ugly, that doesn't mean that you're ugly. It just means that this particular person just doesn't like you or doesn't like how you look. And that's fine because, of course, you don't like how some people look. Now, even if you don't find yourself attractive, the thing is, someone will find you attractive however you look or whatever disabilities you might have. It's not bad, it's not something you should be ashamed of, and for sure it doesn't mean that you are not gonna find a relationship. Now, if anyone here in this video finds themselves unattractive or ugly, which is the topic I'm gonna talk about probably in the next video, about how you don't need to hate yourself. Either way, let me tell you something. You don't need to look good for someone to like you. You need to have a good personality. And looks go second. Now, a lot of girls or boys at that don't look at this that way. They don't, well, think about how the personality of someone is. They care about how they look. But trust me when I tell you this, the majority of people care first about personality. So even if you find yourself ugly, there is a high possibility that someone doesn't find you ugly and likes your personality. So yeah, don't lose hope. Guess is what I'm trying to say that quickly. Now, a personal kind of backstory of mine. When I was in middle school, there are a lot of people that used to say to me that I look like an emo and a lot of things like that. Or basically that I'm not unattractive. But, as I grew, or not grew exactly, but mostly understand that, well, there were people that found me otherwise, well, cute or liked my style. I actually started not caring that much about those comments, and it's kind of like you don't need to care about someone calling you ugly if you don't talk with them. No, if you do, they are not your friends probably. If they actually tell you that you're ugly and those bad things. So yeah. Else, something else is that you shouldn't be bothered by comments like this. And if you don't want, I guess, for people to say that, you shouldn't say that or make comments like that for other people. Now, a quote that I remember from, I don't know, someone was that when you truly find a flower that is beautiful in your eyes, you're just gonna let it be instead of picking it up, because when you pick it up, it just you don't leave it, you don't love it as much, and that's what I'm kind of trying to say is that there are a lot of flowers in this world, and depending on, well, how you see them, you're gonna find one flower or one person at this case which you won't have a lot of comments or to judge them, even though it's not outright saying it in the phrase. I mean, judge them with your inner voice. And when you find that flower is kind of when you actually need to do something to obtain it. Not weird, but you know, talk with that person and try to get them to like you. And if it doesn't work out, just remember there are a million other flowers in this world, and there is not only one that you will find that you think is pretty, there are multiple. And that goes for you. You're a flower, and there's gonna be someone else that finds you precious. Not because of how you look or your personality, but, well, about the whole set of you, your petals or your stem. It's kind of like you have a package and you have to like the whole package, the personality and the looks. And this is how you should think yourself as, not as an ugly flower that no one is gonna pick up, but as a flower that is just haven't been found precious right now. And that is kind of the whole point of not living, but of relationships. You find someone that you like and see, or they like you, and when you do that, well, you have a meaningful relationship. And after that, there is a whole more that I'm not gonna talk about in this video. I have another personal experience that had to do with me that kind of encapsulates what I'm trying to say almost perfectly, and that is when I was in, I guess, middle school, I say, maybe, or near high school, there was this one girl that I found attractive. And right, I don't really know her personality. I don't know anything about her. She had blonde hair and blue eyes. That's what I need to know. And, well, how I kind of thought at that age, I cared about how they look, not about how they act. And, well, I did kind of everything, let's say, to I guess get close with her, and I did. I got close with her. I soon found out it was my friend's girlfriend, and I, well, couldn't go with her even though I was real close. At some point, my friend, or I guess this girl, we still talked. We didn't have done anything crazy, and by that I mean she didn't sit on him with me or anything like that. We just talked, and at some point, she broke up with him, and we started hanging out more. Now I do know that I was the reason that they broke up, and my friend didn't really do anything. Just at some point, she treated me great, by the way. She treated me really good and all that. But at some point, I was gonna go to her house, right? We had made plans, so I would hang out with her at your house and something like this. And my friend, her ex, basically told me to cut ties with her because it wouldn't be right if I did something with her, because it was my friend's ex, and because I respect my friend, or I respected him for some time. I cut ties with her, even though it was abrupt. We stopped talking and all that, and she went with another one of my friends, or she started hanging out a lot with another one of my friends. And what I realized was she treated good whoever she was talking with, not whoever is else. For example, yeah, I did cut ties with her abruptly, and I was kind of ashamed of that because it wasn't my opinion, it was my friend's, and even though it was her ex, it wasn't guaranteed that I would do anything with her. But that didn't gave her the reason to be toxic around me, cussing me out every time she saw me and all that. And even when we told our friends that she's toxic and she treats us basically like trash, she didn't really listen. And yeah, that's kind of it. I judged more so by the looks and not by the personality. And well, the flower wasn't a good flower, is what I'm trying to say. And because it's almost the end of the video, the whole point is to understand that you're not ugly. It's just that someone might find you unattractive, or you might even find yourself unattractive, but that doesn't really matter. What matters is that you're yourself, and you find someone that doesn't only like you for being, I guess, handsome, but likes you because, you have a good personality and all that. As I said, this is the end of the video, and I actually really enjoyed this topic, or I guess talking about this topic. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it. And of course, if you won't, consider, I guess, commenting, liking, all that stuff. I'll see you in the next video. Hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Have a great day. Bye. Bye.